How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Rascals back with another video, and this isn't going to be as much of a review as it is kind of a hit piece on Hasbro, and this figure kind of represents everything wrong with Hasbro. I'm not saying that from like a perspective of the figure itself, but the things about this figure that make no sense when compared to something like Maximum Hulk, right? So that's really what we're going to talk about. So I don't really want to get too much into it, but here's the box. It says Professor Hulk, and if you can see, there's already certain things missing. There's a belt and a head sculpt missing, and I'll show y'all why in just a second. But it isn't that nice, Incredible Hulk box. So yeah, he is supposed to have a belt on, but like I said, we'll get to that. The Incredible Hulk, Professor Hulk. Dr. Bruce Banner transforms into a dark and distorted reflection of himself, but successfully melds his fractured personalities into a new, super strong, intelligent form. Professor Hulk. And here is said Professor Hulk with all of the stuff attached he's supposed to have, mainly just that belt. And this figure right here is the Maximum Hulk, and he is the reason that Professor Hulk is missing that extra head sculpt and the belt, because if you put the head and the belt on Maximum Hulk, you get 90s Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk. 1-to-1 straight up. That's what you're getting. But the thing about this head sculpt, y'all, is the ball peg on Professor Hulk is much smaller than the ball peg on the Maximum Hulk. Now, I did get the head to actually go on there, but you have to hit it with heat, and that stretches out the ball peg. So what that pretty much means is this head is never going to fit back on the Professor Hulk body. And that leads to another issue, which I will show y'all after I get him out of the box. So this whole body, this Hulk, Professor Hulk figure right here, is essentially all fodder to me. Accessories, head sculpts, whatever. It's for 90s Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk. So let's get him out of the box. Not to be vulgar, but do you see these peg holes right here? So these peg holes mean that Professor Hulk is a completely brand new body. Torso, arms, legs. Pinless double legs, by the way. Maximum Hulk, however, is mostly reuse. Also, Maximum Hulk costs more. Also, the hands from Professor Hulk won't fit on Maximum Hulk unless you stretch out the peg hole on Maximum Hulk's arm, which we're not gonna do. So that means the whole weapon holding hand, which I was really excited for. I was really excited for a hand holding accessory for Hulk. Nope, doesn't fit. Head sculpts don't fit. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Look how much smaller the Professor Hulk peg is to the Maximum Hulk peg. And they did that because they knew that people were gonna try to make a Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk for you know, with these parts, because the parts are all there. The belt, which I got off, put on him. The head sculpts, which don't fit, but like I said, I heated up the head, stretched out the peg hole, but and now that head sculpt does fit. This Professor Hulk was like what, $45 plus tax, pinless double legs on him, which means they're new, they're brand new, they're not tattered, they're regular pants, because Professor Hulk, he's smarter. These feet, so he comes with those bunny slipper accessories. They don't fit Maximum Hulk. They fit on him, but not Maximum Hulk. So they did all this new tooling, and they didn't put a ball peg at the torso. They just used the waist swivel, because this is an all new torso, all new legs, all new arms, all new feet. So Hasbro, as I dissect your figure, what the fuck is this shit? And I know exactly what it is. It's, oh, well, you know, we gave you all the parts to tempt you, so you would buy this, and then when you saw that they didn't fit, then you'll buy our Marvel vs. Capcom Marvel Games, sorry, it's not Gamerverse anymore, Marvel Games Hulk, right? No, because I just made Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk. Despite your best efforts, Hasbro, you tried to fuck me over, but guess what? Rowdy Rascals ain't playing those games, because I have what I want now. It's just a matter of, all right, so what accessories can I salvage from this other Hulk to improve my Maximum Hulk to actually make it maximum as it should have been in the first place? Because in my opinion, we got 90s Spider-Man, right, for Maximum Spider-Man. Why didn't you give us 90s Hulk? Why didn't you give us Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk? Because you're greedy. Because you want us to double dip. You want us to buy Maximum Hulk and be like, yeah, that's the best Hulk. Release Professor Hulk and be like, yeah, that's the best Hulk. Actually, he's cheaper, and we put way more work into him. You know, like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I'm so upset. Like, and I knew this was the case because I saw Yimbo reviews. He talked about how he had used tack for the head. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to stretch that hole. I don't care. I don't care about Professor Hulk. I did this for MVC Hulk, and I pre-ordered it thinking it would all fit because the greens are close enough. That's not the problem. It's the size of the neck peg and the wrist pegs that make this. And like, I'm sure you could probably swap these biceps. Nah, you probably couldn't. You probably couldn't. Who am I kidding? But that's way too much work to be able to use the gun with the regular Hulk. And once I take the belt off of this Hulk, it's not like I can use him in a display anyway because it looks goofy because it was actually glued on there. So make sure you just don't pull it off. You got to heat it up and pry it off. But what am I supposed to do with this now? I got this amazing looking figure that we should have gotten already for the Maximum Hulk price. But instead we get to cost less for a far more frustrating figure just because on principle, Maximum Hulk should have gotten that treatment, right? Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments if I'm crazy. Because this is like perfect Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. And I knew exactly what I was going to do. And those toe joints on Maximum Hulk are very loose. So he loves to tumble over. But I'll be damned if he doesn't look good with this head sculpt and the belt on. It's just so 90s it hurts, and I love it. And that's what I wanted. That's all I want out of Marvel Legends at this point, is to finish my Game Reverse shelf and be done. That's pretty much all I want. And then you try to put the accessories on Maximum Hulk. The bandolier won't clasp closed because of the soft rubber overlay, and the bunny slippers are too small. Look at his heels hanging off. And it's like, what do I do with any of this? What do I do with that Hulk? Nothing. I just spent $50 for a head sculpt and a belt. And I'm stupid. But I'm not gonna be stupid again. I'm not going to buy another Marvel Legends Hulk. Hold me to that shit, y'all. I've got the MCU one, and I've got this one now for Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't even care if they make pinless legs at this point. I just can't. On principle, like, Hasbro, you're going to lose a lot of collectors when Mattel starts their collectors line come January 1st of next year. You're going to lose all that money that people are spending on Legends because it's what's there for superheroes. And they're all going to be funneling it into Mattel. Rightfully so. Mattel's kicking ass. They did a great job at San Diego Comic-Con between He-Man, getting the Turtles license now, obviously their DC stuff, their K-pop, they're doing so much. And what is Hasbro doing? Reuse when a figure should be brand new, and brand new when a figure should have some reuse. For fuck's sake. And then when it comes to Maximum Hulk, this soft rubber overlay is tearing, so, you know, it's not like this thing's gonna last forever. And Hasbro knew that. They should have just reused the whole fucking torso if they were gonna just go this route, because it had no proper testing, no like, oh, Storm Marina, that's Storm Marina. They'll pay more for their materials. You're Hasbro. Like, don't try to do fancy shit if you're not willing to do fancy shit. Like, just don't. But, you know, I digress. I'm more mad at myself than anybody else. If y'all like this video, make sure you smash the like button. Let me know in the comments if you feel me, if you get it, if you understand my frustration, or if you disagree. Let me know how your day is going. Just say, hey, check out r/Figure Fanatics. Become a channel member to join the Discord and get early members first videos and some members only content. Like the video. I always forget to ask. Here's the corpse of Professor Hulk, the corpse of Marvel Legends, pretty much, in my opinion. But yeah, shitty day at work, shitty experience with Marvel Legends today, so I'm just kind of in a shitty mood. It's gonna go live, but I decided not to, so instead I'm just gonna edit this video and put all my frustration into it and show y'all why I'm upset with this Professor Hulk release, regardless of how cool my MVC 2 Hulk looks. Be jealous, but don't spend $50 just to do what I did, because You're gonna regret it. But keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to local LGBTQ plus community, look out for your local minorities as well, make sure that everyone's safe and you got everyone's back. Especially if you're protesting, be extra super duper safe. I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye.
Don't give up. Challenge again.
Just wait 1 minute. I'm watching this new Rowdy Rascals video and it's really awesome. I don't want to miss it.
It's like this chick that reviews action figures and it's really freaking cool.
Yes, I think they saw some videos and there's some really good contents out there, you know?
She reviews the ponies and stuff because you knows I love ponies.
She doesn't review ponies. It's freaking cool stuff, Toki.